Welcome back, everybody, to the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we're breaking down movies in the Marine Corps 1 minute at a time. Today's minute number 95. I'm Jack.
I'm Billy.
And today's minute continues the last minute where Gunny and Aggie are dancing, and the conversation continues. So what you got for us, man?
Well, we get confirmation that the prom was the first night they did the old beast with two backs.
Yes. And also true.
I thought about this when we were joking last minute. We were kind of alluding that that's where he was going, and of course that's exactly where he went.
Yeah.
And how previously when he was with her, she got mad because she was like, "Oh, you gave up the old frontal assault and you tried to out goddamn flank me."
Mm-hmm.
Well, this time he's like, "All right, well, she didn't like that, and I'm gonna go straight for the frontal assault again. I'm gonna bring up sex. Let's talk about sex, baby."
Yeah, it was pretty bold, but I mean, it's not like they just met or anything. They've got a history together, so I guess those conversations would probably be pretty normal.
No, I'm making more of a big deal than it is, but I mean, she brought up something, a memory of them together, one of their, more fond memories of each other, probably when they were early dating, and then of
Yeah.
course that sparked his memory. Of course, he's going to remember that. Who
Wouldn't forget? Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it was fairly natural. He didn't like find a way to bring it up.
No, yeah, it was pretty organic.
Right. She didn't talk about like, hey, this is a nice dance floor. Hey, remember the first time we did it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a little, like you said, it was more organic. It was a little more natural. And of course, she's confirmed it for him. Yes, it was. Now, I do like that he played, used her words back. Agnes Ann, you were a wild creature, I must say.
Yeah.
Although I do like her response was, well, what does your magazine say about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't got there yet. I haven't
Yeah,
got to that part yet. Yeah.
he finally admits that he's been reading those magazines.
Well, yeah, because she even says, "Are you still reading them?" Affirmative. Like he does.
Yeah.
Affirmative. Just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah. Like something he's not really proud of, but he's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't shy away from it. It's a very strong affirmative.
Yeah.
And he is smiling throughout it, like because she says, "Well, what does it say about ex-wives?" He's like, "Not much. Just that, of course, bring up sex."
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is what they say, but maybe this is just him trying to, be like, "Hey,
Grease the skids.
right, sex is great because you don't have to worry about establishing a relationship or be meaningful." So he's kind of like, "Hey, let's just have meaning. Hey, we've already done it before. What's not? Who cares? Hey, it should be no big deal." But no, he's being a little more sincere than that. She said, she's impressed. You really are trying to understand us. Well, best I can, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna get. That's not like the Rosetta Stone, these Vogue or anything like that. Red Book. He's not gonna come away with knowledge. He didn't have. Well, he will come away with some knowledge, but
Yeah.
it's not the golden key or golden ticket that's gonna explain everything to him. But he's trying.
Yeah. Yeah, he's giving it an honest effort.
Yeah.
She does ask a pretty pointed question though about his motivations for.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's flat out. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it because you're getting out?
Yeah, I love that. It's like, is that because you can't be a Marine and you have nowhere else to go? And immediately she realizes she shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
And she says, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Takes it in stride.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, honestly, as this moment plays, I think she was probably a little bit more terse with her question than probably needed to be. I don't think it was one of those that, well, it might have been too the way that they were just used to talking to each other, that's just the way it was supposed to be. But I don't think she intended it to be as hurtful as it was, but she wanted to ask the question. So she pulled all the padding off of it and she hit him with it.
I don't think, I mean, she didn't say it mean, but it was very direct.
Yeah.
And I think that's how they talk to each other, which is, again, I think one of the reason he likes her. But I think she is trying to be nice, but she just that was on her mind. That was a question she had, so she's
Yeah.
she's asking it, but then she realized how cold it sounded when she said it.
Yeah, my second place or what?
Yeah, you're lost, you don't know where to go. But I looked at it as like, man, that's pretty savage. That's a sick burn though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if this was a meme, you see those kids going,
Oh,
"Oh!"
yeah.
But yeah, again, like she's trying to be nice about it. She's not trying to. She didn't intend to be hurt. She said a hurtful thing, but didn't mean to be hurtful. She wants to know.
Right.
He even said, he's like, well, we've known each other for too long to run away just for over a little thing about tearing each other's guts
Guts
out.
out. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so it's another thing where he recognized how hurtful that could be, and how like, wow, that's really blunt. But when you've known each other that long, I mean, he's still in love with her for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you may say something stupid from time to time to each other that hurts their feelings, and you don't mean it. And so he at least recognized that, and I'm like, well, that's not going to scare me off. Basically, is what he's saying. And of
Yeah.
course, it is a little funny, but he did say like that was a low blow. You know, he teared each other's guts out. So,
Yep.
but she apologizes again and says, I shouldn't have said that, and it just never seems to work out between you and me. And then
Yep.
that's ends. That's it. That's the end. But they're still having a nice dance, I guess, even with that little. But again, she seems like she's recognizing that maybe, maybe this won't work out because we're just, I don't know, because she's maybe, she's just a little terse with him still. I don't know.
Yeah, a little hesitant or guarded.
Guard is the best, a better way to put it. So,
Yeah.
and that could have even been like a little defense to kind of like just get a little jab, even though again, it wasn't said as trying to be vindictive or mean or anything like that. It was a legitimate question. It just came out very directly and blunt.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a pretty hard question.
Have I mentioned how much I like Marsha Mason in this though? The more we go through this,
Yeah, she's pretty good. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, these scenes again, they're not my favorite, especially like I've liked some of the other stuff, but I can recognize that even though they're not my favorite scenes, how well she does. I think we've sung her praises a few times about how she goes from biting to mad to snarky to witty to charming to
Yeah.
not, like she's just she's somebody that by doing this podcast, I've definitely grown an appreciation for the character and the actress in the role. I
Yeah.
think she's great. Makes me wish she was maybe in some other Clint Eastwood movies.
Yeah. Yeah, which is kind of unusual because usually he brings a lot of the same people back for various things.
Well, we've talked about she was supposed to be in City Heat, but then she left over creative differences,
Yeah.
and that was before this movie. So I do think maybe that hat maybe could have played a role without me
Yeah.
knowing anything. I'm speculating that Clint Eastwood, hey, like we didn't get a chance to work together, and she'd be perfect for this role.
Right.
Or she auditioned and was like, yeah, I remember her. Man, we did, let's do it. Let's do it. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
I hate to cut it short, but unless you got a lot to talk about,
No, man. No, this is just basically a continuation of the first of minute number 94. There's
yeah.
not really a whole lot going on. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, this week kind of fits nicely as far as the episodes. 3 minutes of them basically interacting on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it really is. If you got nothing else, we can ask everybody to come back on Friday, round out the week, wrap up the week, and hit the Marine Corps Movie Minute Quarter Deck page on Facebook and join in on the conversation, if you will.
Yeah.
Any last closing thoughts, Perry?
No.
Well, I do have a question for you though.
Christ. Go for it.
Are we just doing this podcast because we can't be Marines anymore and we don't have anywhere else to go?
Yes. Yes, we are.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. We've known each other too long to let a little thing like tearing each other's guts out, ruin this podcast.
I get douche chills.
All right, let's get out of here.
God. Oh, you fucking asshole. God.